Fitness instructor at Core New York, and we're going to be doing a 15-minute high-intensity workout. We're going to start with a stretch to really get your body going. Then we're going to jump right into that core work right out of the gate while you're still nice and fresh. Then we're going to get into the strength and stability piece of the workout that we call the core 4. And then it's that high intensity zone. We're going to hang out there for the rest of the workout. The last 5 minutes, we're going to cool down and stretch. There's going to be different levels depending on where you're starting today that we're going to work through as we go through the workout. We're going to alternate between upper body, lower body, core, glutes, strength, cardio, all of it in 15 minutes. So we're going to start out with that warm-up. So you're just going to start with those jumping jacks. Keep that core nice and tight. With the warm-up, you guys, don't worry about speed. Just worry about really getting your body through it. Our next exercise is going to be your inchworm. So you're going to take your hands down to the floor, take your feet nice and wide, walk it all the way out, drop your hips down, lift up to a cobra position, hold for 3 seconds, push your weight up, and walk it all the way back. If you want to, add a little hop at the top. Walk it all the way down, drop those hips to the floor, open up, get your hips up to the sky, and walk it back, add that hop. One more, we're gonna walk it down, drop down, open up that chest, and bring it back. This time, you're gonna take it to a plank position, core nice and tight, step up all the way up to that right pinky, take your left hand inside your right foot, open up, squeeze, look up towards your fingertips, open up that chest a little bit more. Bring your hand down to the floor and step back. Step up with that left foot. Take your right hand inside your foot. Open up, look up towards those fingertips. And drop it back. Walk it all the way back. Then we're gonna go for some high knees. So you're gonna tuck that core in nice and tight, you guys. And think about bringing those knees up to your chest. If you want to, you can use those arms to start warming up that upper and lower body all at the same time. So keep it going here. Then we're gonna take those feet a little bit wider and you're gonna drop it down into a hip opener. You're gonna take your elbows into your knees, side to side, opening up those hips. This might be a little bit intense if you have tight hips, but we are gonna use those throughout the workout. If you need a break, drop up, shake it out a little bit, turn those toes back out, drop it down, elbows into your knees, side to side. And the last one to warm up that upper body is gonna be your push-ups. So you're gonna step back into a plank position. You're gonna lower your body down, hips to the sky, chest down, lower down here. Take your time here. If you only get a few in right here, it's okay. It's just a warm-up. We will revisit this workout a little bit later. And shake it out, and we're ready to go. So now that we're all warmed up, we're gonna jump into the core activation part of the workout. It's important to do this at the beginning of the workout while your body is still nice and fresh because you're really gonna center yourself for the rest of the movements. So we're actually gonna do the entire workout on the right side of your body, and then we're gonna repeat the same thing on the left side of your body. So we're gonna start down in a plank position. And here you wanna bring your feet together. You wanna squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs, make sure your weight is over top of your hands and your shoulders are activated. So you want to take your feet a tiny bit wider here for the elevator walk. You're going to drop down to your forearms, keeping your core nice and tight, and without moving your hips, you're going to take your hand directly where your elbow just was, press up, and then press up onto your left hand. You want to alternate which hand you start with every single time, so you even out both sides of that body. From here, you're going to come up onto those hands, and we're going to do a cross-body kick. So you really have to twist those obliques in order to get your leg extended and bring it back. You can tap it down on the floor in between each rep, or you can keep it elevated in between. You might find that you're gonna hit your foot down on the floor. To avoid that, you really need to twist those obliques here. And again, we're only focusing on the right side for the first set. So next, we're gonna take it full body here and we're gonna go for mountain climbers. You can take your knees directly inside your body, or you can take it up a level by crossing your body here. Again, we're challenging those shoulders and that core here to really center our body for the remainder of our workout. All right, so after those mountain climbers, you're gonna take your feet. I'm gonna go diagonal for this one so you guys can see the full body position. You're gonna lay it down. You're gonna take your right arm and you're gonna take your left foot and you're gonna bring your body all the way up to a seated position and bring it down. You can keep your left arm wherever you feel comfortable on the side, maintaining that balance. Sitting all the way up so you can look directly into those shoelaces and bring it back down. After we've isolated just the right side, we're gonna go for double. So there's two movements here. Level 1, you can just touch your toes, bring your knees into your chest and lower back down. Level 2, you can touch your toes and bring it back down. Doesn't matter what level you are, it's targeting the same muscles, just a little higher intensity the more that you straighten those legs. So next up, we have what we call the core four. All body weight, no weights involved. Within the 4 movements, we're going to isolate for every 2 minutes, and then we're going to change to another movement. Within that 2 minutes, every 30 seconds, we're going to add something to it to progress the movement a little bit further and add a little bit more challenge. So the first one we're going to start with is our jump squat. So in order to break down the jump squat, you're going to take your toes directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to sink your butt back. You should be having a nice tight core, nice open chest. Your weight should be in your heels, so you should be able to wiggle your toes right now if I ask you to, and you're gonna hold it here. After you hold it here, we're gonna take it up for 2 counts, and then you're gonna lower down for 2 counts. As much as you're gonna wanna speed it up and go fast, there's gonna be plenty of time for that. So come on up and down. After we've gone through 2 counts, we're gonna take it a little faster. So this will be 1 count up, 1 count down, sinking that weight back into your heels, keeping that nice tight core, and keeping that chest up. And finally, for the last 30 seconds, you're gonna squat down, jump up, springing through those toes. The weight comes back in your heels as you come down, just as we practiced at the beginning of the set. So after those jump squats, you're gonna bring it down onto a side plank. You're gonna bring your left forearm down to the floor, and you're gonna look up towards your fingertips. A progression here would be to take your foot and put it up towards the sky, and again, looking up towards those fingertips. You're gonna hold it here for 30 seconds. Then you're gonna bring your hands back inside your body. We're gonna go for those tricep push-ups we did during the warm-up. So you're gonna lower down, keeping your hips to the sky, and pull it back up. If you need to drop your knees to the floor here, that's totally cool, as long as you keep those hips to the sky and bring your chest down to the floor. Then you're gonna take your right forearm, rest it, so that we can hit that other side, and you're gonna come on up, look up towards your fingertips, and hold. Again, you have that option of lifting that top leg. And then you're gonna bring your hands back in for your final set of tricep push-ups. Don't forget, you have that option to drop to those knees if you need to. All right, so from here, you're gonna bring it up, and we're gonna start running on those toes as fast as we can. Your core should be so nice and tight. You're gonna feel like everything's jiggling, and that's okay. That's why we're doing this today. So run on those feet, hold it here, and then we're gonna go for a reaction drill. So you're gonna count every 6 reps on those feet, and you're gonna drop it down to a burpee. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop down to your chest and press up, back to that run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop down to that chest and back up to that run. You'll repeat this set 1 more time. So you'll go 30 seconds running right on those toes. And then 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop down. Bring it back up. So final set, we're gonna go with some punches. So your knees should be slightly bent, your abs should be nice and tight, your chest is up, and you bring your hands right up there on either side of your face. You're gonna get your fingertips towards the front of the room, aiming for your own face if you're looking through a mirror. And you're gonna punch through as hard as you can, tighten those abs, alternating between your jab and your cross straight to the front. Once you get confident with this movement, we're actually gonna twist a little bit here, and we're gonna add that cross body punch here. Again, keeping that core nice and tight, keeping your knees slightly bent. From here, we're gonna add on to the sequence. So we're gonna go 2 punches forward, 2 punches side, 2 jumping jacks. And 2 punches front, 2 punches side, 2 jumping jacks, 2 punches front, 2 punches side, and jumping jacks. Last set right here, we're gonna go 2 punches front, 2 punches side, 2 jumping jacks, 2 squats, down and down. Here we go. It's 1, 2, cross, cross, jack, jack, squat, squat. And we're done with the core 4. So after the core 4, we're gonna get into what we call the Tabata set. So the Tabata is 20 seconds of hard work followed by 10 seconds of rest. The idea behind it is 2 things. Number 1, that you're really spiking up that heart rate, you're driving that metabolism high, and you're allowing it to come about halfway down during that 10 seconds of rest. You also need to really work as hard as you can for that 20 seconds, knowing that you always have rest right afterwards. So we're gonna alternate between 2 movements. It's gonna be a total of 12 rounds, so 6 rounds per movement for a total of 6 minutes of work of real cardio blasting and strength. So our first movement is going to be your burpee. So your burpee, you're always dropping your chest down to the floor. You're going to take your hands down to the floor, you're going to jump back with those feet, and you're going to lower your body all the way down, keeping those elbows high. You're going to press up, you're going to jump your feet as close as you can to those hands, and then you're going to jump at the top. If you have to take out the jump, you can walk back, you can lower your body down, you can press away, you can walk up, and you can just raise those hands up overhead. Our second movement is going to be a tricep press. Any weight that you have available to you is fine. You want to make sure it's a moderate to light weight because you are going to be doing a number of reps. You're going to take the kettlebell up over your head, keeping your core nice and tight, so don't really let that butt stick out. Tighten it up. You're going to keep your elbows tight to your sides, and you're going to raise up. Relax your shoulders, lower down behind your head, and again, we want to move nice and quick here, so you're really isolating those triceps and moving your body through those reps. So you're going to repeat this for 12 rounds, 6 rounds per movement. It'll be about 6 minutes of work. So the next set we're going to do is called an EMOM. It stands for every minute on the minute. So basically you're going to be timing yourself for 1 minute, and you want to get all 4 of these movements done in that minute's time. By the end of that minute, you have the rest of the minute to rest until the new minute starts again. So if you make it through nice and quick, you're going to get yourself a lot of rest. If you take your time through the exercise, you're going to take the entire minute, and you're going to have to jump into the next one. So you really want to move your body through it as quickly as possible. So here are your 4 movements. You're going to have 4 minutes. So every minute on the minute, that equals 4 rounds. So for the first one, we're going to start with your goblet squat. So you're going to turn your toes slightly out, directly underneath your shoulders. Elbows are tucked right in, chest is up, abs are tight. You're going to sink your butt back towards your heels, and then you're going to squeeze up at the top. Pressing through those heels, squeezing through it. That's your goblet squat. After 10 reps of your goblet squat, you're going to take it to a push press. So you're going to take that weight up over your head, and notice how I get a little bit of a push through my legs and through my arms, up and over my head, keeping my core nice and tight. We're going to put both of these movements together in what we call a thruster. So you start with that goblet squat. On your way up, you press up. You come down to that goblet squat, press up. As you're coming down, you're already bringing the weight down. As you're coming up, you're already bringing the weight up. For the last movement, this is a challenging one. It's called your tuck jump. So level 1, you can keep it here, and you can jump from here, springing through those toes. If you're level 2, you're going to take your knees up, and you're going to squeeze that core. Knees up as high as you can. Take a break in between if you need to, jump around, and get those knees up again. And we are ready for a cool down. So you're going to bring your body down, you're going to turn your knees out, bring your toes together, reach out with those arms, and slide your weight back to your heels, relaxing your entire body, breathing in through your nose, and out through your mouth. You're going to do about 3 here, and then you're going to bring it up to a cobra stretch, stretching out that core, which we worked so hard throughout the workout. And then you're going to bring it back to that child's pose. We're going to continue to move through this as we really get our heart rates down and we stretch through that body. And after this cobra, you're going to take it to a downward facing dog. You're going to bring your feet about hip distance apart. You're going to push back through those shoulders into those glutes, and you're going to alternate pressing your heels down into the floor, stretching out those calves. And I'm going to give you guys a side view too, so you can really see how you're pushing that weight back, squeezing through those glutes, and pressing through those heels. Next, you're going to take your right leg and you're going to bring it forward in the pigeon's pose. You're going to lower your weight down. You want your foot to be at about a 90-degree angle. Come as low as you possibly can. You should feel that stretch all the way up through the back of those hamstrings to those glutes. Relax your body back over that foot. And then you're going to press back into that down dog. Give yourself a second here. Take your left leg, hold it forward, and lean your body weight down onto that front leg. Again, coming as low as you can. Everyone's at a different level of flexibility. So hold it here. And then we're going to walk it back to that down dog. Take your time, rolling all the way up. And then you're going to take that right arm across your body. Roll those wrists out a little bit. And switch to the other side. Roll those wrists out. And take those arms up over your head. Sink back, open up that chest, open up that lower back, and up over to the left one time. and to the right, and shake it out. So that's it, you guys. 15 minutes of high intensity training. You got some mobility work with a little bit of yoga towards the end. We got some strength. We got some high intensity cardio. You worked your upper body, your lower body, your core, your glutes, your mind, and you had some fun hopefully along the way. And you can get this done in 15 minutes wherever you are, whenever. All you need is a little bit of weight and a lot of energy.